I could see that in my eyes कि गया सब कुछ. I was like, मेरा तो होगा ही नहीं. NDA AIR-1. Again, I'm standing here. I was delivering lecturate on that day here. Thank you, Lead Academy, first of all. I've been here, it's almost 2 years. I'm here. Feels so great. I don't know how to express it. I was here when it was the first batch of NDA, it was announced. And just after the 2 days of that, I came here, I got to know about Sunil sir. I talked to him on call and I got to know about him. He conducts, he has academy and he make us prepare for NDA and other defense exams. I got to know, hello sir, I got to know about it and I came here. I talked to Sunil sir and I remember he was sitting there on the stool and he talked to me. What do you want to join? I straight away said I want to join the defense forces. So he asked me few questions regarding that. That how is your preparation? What do you know about it all? So I explained it whatever I knew at that time because I am from a civilian background where in my family nobody knows about it. Nobody still they do not know. They just know NDA is an institute which makes us which make leaders for army and other army and air force and navy, but they do not know what is NDA itself. It was for the first time I came to know because this is not just ki this is my dream ki NDA open ho gaya and this is my dream now. No, it started when I was just class 5th. I remember when there are banners of air force at army advertisements. There near it was near railway station. I remember I was going school and then I saw that it was Indian Navy. And at that time, I remember I saw that I want to join this. And I remember when in our schools it was asked, "What is your aim?" I used to say that I want to go in defense. I do not know army officers and this all thing. I never knew. कभी नहीं पता था मुझे इस बारे में. Then it was class 10th. My class 10th was there. Then we had to choose after our class 10th which field, science, commerce, or arts. I had this in my mind that NDA is for girls as well. I chose science stream because I came to know that science streams give us, more intellectual that we can clear NDA after that easily. So I chose science stream in 11th class. And then I got to know that NDA is not for girls. I felt so bad. I thought that, okay, it's fine that after graduation I'll join the armed forces. It will be easy after that. Then suddenly I was at my coaching classes. Suddenly the news flashed up that NDA is now open for girls. I can't express the moment I came to know about that. That was the thing. And from that day to now, I've seen a lot many dreams. It shattered. Yes, I've seen so many dreams. Then I came to know about sir. I left all the classes. I left the school even. I didn't go to school for 2 months. And we got just 1.5 months at that time for written exam. I did everything. Clear that. Monica ma'am was there, Gyan sir was there, Sunil sir was there, and Ronak sir was there. I remember. There were many girls there with us. We prepared for that. I cleared the written just passing marks because it was the first time I did not knew much. I was just appearing for class 12th. I cleared that. Jaise taise. And then it came for SSB. I did not know about SSB even. What is SSB? कि NDA written के बाद SSB भी होता है. I came to sir again, Sunil sir. He told me about it. This is the thing. SSB में 5-day procedure. How is SSB? First day screening. Second we go for psychology, GTO, and then interview. And the last day we have conference. I came to know about that. I prepared here. I used to sit there. I remember, and then coronavirus started. So there was mismatch in the timings, and we have to go home back and online. Everything started. So, and also at the time I had my exams for class 12th. So SSB was there. I prepared for that here. Lecturates, GDs, So many things. Everything here. I used to read a book. I remember The Power of Positive Thinking. I used to sit there and read the book. And then Aditya sir asked me, "Ki, what are you reading in this?" From that book, I came to know that you should believe in yourself and in God. From there, I started believing in God too much that I believe I feel that where am I? I believe it's because of God's grace. Might not be here. It's just because I believed in God and my hard work. When you believe in God, you start itself that you have to something for yourself or your family. It came with it. I cleared the SSB for the first time. I was here. I remember I explained about my SSB at that time also standing here. That was a good feeling that I cleared and SSB for the first batch. And it again happened ki I scored just 452. I was at 452 rank at that time. At that moment, it was so disheartening. I can't even explain because I could not clear the next return also. I could see that in my eyes ki gaya sab kuch. I could not clear the return. That is the next step कि एसएसबी पे तो जाना ही नहीं है रिटर्न ही नहीं हुआ. I came to sir फिर से. Sir, what should I do now? Sir said come here and prepare. I came here daily, prepared again for the return. जैसे तैसे this time I was confident कि I'll clear return with good marks because I knew कि merit is the issue for girls. And I'm telling you, for girls it is not easy to be in merit. You have to score at least 450, 500 marks in written to be there in the top 19 girls. It is very difficult for girls. For boys, it is lesser uh, in comparison to girls, hard because you have a lot of seats. You just have to gain the maximum marks which you can, and you can clear SSB, and then you will be in the academy. But for girls, it is very difficult. Then I prepared for written again. Like SSB, it came. I had joined the college because I have to have a backup plan. Otherwise, because I've seen failures 2 times, I have to have a backup plan. So I opted for college nearby, and then again SSB. I had to devote time to college, my attendance, and then sometimes I have to come here. I I had my exams. I had to come here. Then life is a choice. You have to choose one thing. If you choose that thing, now you do hard work, you'll be there. I'm telling you, this is the thing. Whenever you put in efforts, you will get that. I was actually I can't express the feeling when I got to know about my that I got AIR-16. It was never in my mind that out of sudden merit will come. Ekdam say it will happen. I remember Komal made a call to me that she said ki check phone. You got AIR-16. I said no, it cannot happen. She asked me my roll number and मुझे याद भी नहीं आ रहा था. एकदम से I said कि 0847453. She said, this is you. You are only check the group. Then I checked that. I cannot tell you that feeling when you clear something you've been dreaming of. Past 2 years, I've been dreaming of this. And finally, this is the day when you get to know that you are there now. You will be there in that academy which you've been dreaming at. I can show you my wallpaper. It's always NDA. Sudan blog NDA. The constant motivation which you will ever get. Whenever I look at my phone, that this is the place which I want to be. I made a uh, chart paper. I took chart paper. I wrote there AIR-1 600 plus marks. Yes, 600 plus marks are not possible. I could not get 600 plus marks in that. I tried hard but could not get. But I made myself that I want to achieve this thing. Whenever I came into my room, I watched that NDA AIR-1. When you constantly see the things, it automatically comes in you that you have to achieve that. One day or the other, you will be there once you try. Don't stop trying. You have an example. I can say that it is difficult, but it is possible. If I can do, then anyone can do. I called Sunil sir that I'm tensed. He said, ki, no, you should not be. You will be there. You will clear it. You will clear it. Still, I had doubt ki I can get screen out. And at that time, I did not interact with anybody in screening also because I was so nervous. I did not have that key. I'll confront and then I'll tell them that I was recommended. Then I'll get screen out. It will be so shameful for me. Then I did in screening. It was in screening we have OIR and PPTT. PPTT means picture perception and discussion test. OIR means officer intelligence rating. It is mainly verbal and non-verbal reasoning. OIR consists of verbal and non-verbal reasoning. So in OIR, it was simple OIR which you already do in aptitude tests. Simple questions based on reasonings like banana is this with code names. This simple reasoning that was quite easy. I could complete the OIR very well. And then next is the PPDT test. Picture is flashed in front of you. You see the characters in there. In mine, I remember there were a lot many. There was a desk and four people were sitting on a desk, and it was looking as if they are having some meeting. So many of us made that this meeting is on ISRO or something. I made the story regarding that this is organizing a fest in the college. So I made a story around that. During my group discussion, there were a lot many people. We were all repeaters, so that is why there was quite chaos in the group. Our group was divided into two. I was in the first part, and the other was separated. Second part. In the first part, they started discussing again the chaos. Then I could not give much valid points, but I could say certain points which made sense, sensible things, and I could easily give the ideas. During my narration, I remember I could not complete my narration. This time, I could not complete the narration. Officer said, "Ki stop next." I couldn't complete the whole story narration, but I did my part. Then screening result came. My chest number was 59 at the time of screening. And then he said 59. I got a screening. I was so happy that finally I got screening. Now I can relax. Because I knew if I will get screening, I'll get recommended. I had that in my mind that I'll get recommended if I'll get screening. That was the issue with me. I don't know. I relaxed in that day because in army we had psychology on the other day, second day. I had psychology the second day. The same in psychology we have TAT, thematic apperception test. Second is WAT, word association test, and SRT, situation reaction test. And last is SD, self description. SD is already prepared by you, in which you write the parents' opinion, classmates' opinion, teachers' opinion, your opinion about you, and what you want to be in your life. That is already which you know about yourself. You can prepare it and you can write there. Simple. And talking about TAT was uh, like there are 12 stories. 12th one is the blank slide. Like there are stories in front, pictures in front of you, as I told in picture perception test. Stories in pictures in front of you. You can have to see the pictures. You will get the time to complete the story around that picture. You have to make a story around that picture, not describing what is in there in the picture. You have to say that. I don't remember the exact pictures which were there, but they were mostly around girls because it was a girls' batch. So it was mostly around girls. All girls were there. Then second, it comes to a word association test. There are 60 WATs. I completed all the WAT and all the TATs. In SRTs, I could complete just 42 this time. There are 60 SRTs. I could complete 42. Because of lack of time, I just ran out of time and I could not complete all the SRTs. I completed 42. And then self description, you easily complete that. I told you. And this was all psychology session. It is over. And then after that, our interviews were scheduled. The chess numbers were called for the interviews. My interview was on the third day. Third day, I had my GTO also. And then after that, I had my interview. In GTO, the first day in GTO, we have lecturate, group discussion, GPE, group planning exercise, and the PGT task. PGT is progressive group task. In GTO, this all happened in the first day. My lecturate topic was skill development for nation building. I chose the topic. There were four topics given to us. I chose that topic. I easily delivered the lecturate on that on 3 minutes, and it was the my I had chess number 9, so I was first one to deliver the lecturate, and then it started sequentially. Next, there was group discussion. It was quite decent group. I got a good group, and they were all letting everyone speak, and I could give chances to people also that you also speak. So everybody spoke really well. My GTO sir, in the my CT command task, he asked me, "Ki what was your previous? How could you fail? And what did you do this time?" So that was the only question which had ki this is the question they want to ask, otherwise they feel that I'm good at it. So I explained that easily because I knew that that was a lesson which I learned in my past and never give up. And you have to do hard work to get there. Otherwise you cannot be there. I learned from my mistakes and I've cleared it and again, so which means I actually learned from my mistakes. And he was convinced with my answer that I learned and I'm there with all the qualities. I told them I was a child when cleared it first, and now I am grown up. I know more about the world. I'm more fluent at my speaking skills, and I know much more about the world and knowledge. So he was convinced about that. And then my interview was really well. Next day I had DTO, the left task which were there, CT, and full group task, and there was one more task. I think that was all. One full group task and a half group task. That was all for GTO. And last day we had conference. In conference, all the officers are sitting on a round table in their uniforms, and you get goosebumps whenever you see that. All the psychologist, interviewing officers, and the president of the board it sits in the front of you. You have a round table, and whenever you enter in that room, you feel like, wow, officer sitting in the uniforms. That's a goosebumps moment. I enter the room. Then again, he asked me, "Ki, what happened in your last attempt? And why did you fail?" Then I explained the same answer I had because that is the only answer which I have. That is the problem. Yes, I was quite confident at that time, overconfident at that time when I cleared the first, and then I could not clear the written itself. Yes, I was overconfident, but I learned from that, and I am now whatever I am in front of you. And also, he asked me, "Ki, how can you uh, save the wastage of food in the mess? That people leave the food. How can you save that?" So I told him that use the lesser diameter spoons. That will you can put less amount, and then it will help in saving the food. And if one other person wants, then he can take again. So that was the answer. And then he said, "Okay, thank you. All the best for your results." After that, about 1 or 2 hours later, our results were announced. In my batch, 13 girls got recommended from 44 screened in. 13 girls, that means a wonderful batch. And in that 13, he called all the ones like this chess number randomly. My was chess number 9. Randomly, he called everyone. I was like, Mera to hoga hi nahi, because he called me at the last. I was the last one to be called. And I felt that key 12 girls are already standing in front of me. How can I be there now? I was the 13th one he called. And then it all like he said ki thank you so much to others, and we went for the documentation. After that, when everybody went who were not selected, uh, then the president of the board came. He was a really nice person. He told us that this is the best recommendation from Bhopal till date. 13 girls got recommended and all were really deserving. Everybody gave their best, and there was a really good recommendation from there. Still, the top 3 girls from the merit list are from Bhopal, and which shows that Bhopal is a really nice board. Almost slip of tongue. And yes, this was all about my SSB. It was a really nice show. I was in the freshers batch this time. I don't know how. All the ones from my group, they were freshers, and I was the only repeater there. This is all. You have any questions? Yeah, yeah. Calculus is calculus carries differentiation, integration, differential equations. These are the area under curve. These are the main portion which calculus carries, and it actually carries marks in the written. But for you, you can start it earlier. Like you are in class 12th, you should complete your math syllabus till the 6 months. जो पहले 6 June तक you should complete all those NCRT portion, and then you can go to other books. Like I followed the Pathfinder book, which is Aryan's Pathfinder. I did the questions from there, the MCQs one, which are given. They are almost past previous year questions are there. So practice those questions because the paper format is like the questions are not repeated, but the uh, type of questions are repeated. So once you learn the techniques of those questions, it will be easier for you to clear the written exam. And except the calculus, in calculus, differentiation portion is really easy because it carries a lot of marks, and also it is easier. Simple questions are asked. Just differentiate sin square x with respect to cos square x. These are the questions which are asked in calculus portion. So portion is easy. You should not leave the whole calculus, but do the part like differential equations which are easier, and also integration is easy, but it has some tricky questions which you can face like a wastage of time in during the exam. But do that once you complete NCRT. Full NCRT, you should do that. And you're in class 12th. When I was in class 12th, I did the integration portion at the last because I felt that this is not so important for me at that time because I had less time. So I left the integration portion. I did differentiation, but because differentiation is easier. So you can do that. Any other question? Yeah, sure. I too get distracted easily. What you can do is, देखो पहले तो you have your mobile phones with you, and it will always happen that you look at it कि क्या time हो गया, and then you start scrolling. It happens with me also. It happens whenever I open my mobile phone. I check what's there. I start scrolling, then I don't know what time is it. It went like it goes like this. So you can do is mobile phone बंद कर दो, then you will be no distracted तो कम हो गई, but फिर तुम more distracted होगे कि इसको open करना है अब. It happens. So you can do is कि थोड़ा सा time management. There is a thing in mobiles, digital well-being. You can use that कि the time is fixed for the particular app. If you use the मतलब time limit, you exceed the time limit, then the app will automatically shut down. So you should use that thing. I use that for like I did the digital well-being for that. Ki 2 hours for this app, and I will not use it more than 2 hours. For you need your mobiles also. For if you want to search some question, you will always need that. So I need my mobile. That is why either you stop using your mobile phone and start using the PC, because in PC I feel there is less distraction. But then mobiles are more distracted. You can easily open and see. Once you open your PC, you will be key. This is open. I have to study then. For watching videos, also you should use your PC instead of your mobiles. That's also you have a stress on your eyes. Use less mobile. You can use PC other than that. So this way, and digital well-being is a good thing. Any other? Sure, sir. Sir, you already know everything. You've been that process. Sir, how can I? So you are older than me, you know better. But still, I'll say ki have to look at past what mistakes you did, and which you think कि others, जो आपको लगता है कि दूसरे आप में देखते हैं कि this is the problem which you face, और आपकी पर्सनालिटी में क्या प्रॉब्लम है ऐसा दूसरों को लगता है. You should ask others. I always used to ask मम्मा कि क्या लग रहा है, आप कैसे होगा, कि I always speak in front of mirror. I have a habit of speaking to myself. I speak a lot. That is why I speak to myself also sometimes. Uh, During the time of interview, when I have interviews, I stand in front of mirror and first started introducing myself. I always introduce myself, then I feel confident. I have given a good introduction, which I will go. I'll do better next time in the next portion. So this is the thing. Confident रहो, दूसरों से पूछो कि क्या mistakes हैं, क्योंकि SSB never tells क्या mistake है. Any other? नहीं? कोमल. So thank you.